Boko Haram commander and 51,114 terrorists surrender, Defense Headquarters says. Shell willing to bear £3.8 billion loss by leaving Russia. Rwanda holds low-key memorial to mark 28 years mass slaughter. Details shortly. This is TOS Television, your digital-first Pan-African news network. I am Merciful Ajinamo, and you are watching TOS News 360. Benedict Anieze on Sunday, April 3rd, killed his one-month-old baby by smashing her skull at the residence in the pipeline area of Idimu, Lagos State. In a bid to conceal the crime, Benedict reportedly set the apartment ablaze and took to his heels. The arrested father said he was possessed by evil spirits. The Defense Headquarters has said that a notable commander of Boko Haram terrorists, Saleh Mustafa, alongside 51,114 other terrorists, have surrendered to troops of Operation Hadinkai in the northeast. According to the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Benedict Anieze, all surrendered terrorists have been documented, while the arrested, rescued civilians and recovered items have been handed over to the appropriate authorities for further action. Justice Nnamdi Dingba of a federal high court in Abuja has convicted a former permanent secretary at the Ministry of Interior, Anastasia Daniel Nwobia. The convict was prosecuted alongside Senator Abba Moro and others over the botched immigration recruitment in 2014 that led to the death of about 20 people. Justice Dingba has deferred the sentencing of Anastasia Daniel Nwobia to April 27th. And now to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Russia's long-term objective is to seize all of Ukraine, even though the short-term focus of its invasion is now on the east of the country, Ukrainian Deputy Defense Minister Hanna Maila said on Thursday. They said Russian forces were biding their time in Ukraine as Moscow stepped up intelligence operations there and learned how best to fight Ukrainian troops. Russia says its special military operation is aimed at demilitarizing and denazifying Ukraine. Oil giant Shell has confirmed it will take a hit of up to $5 billion from offloading its Russian assets as part of plans to withdraw from the country. The firm has pledged to no longer buy oil, but contracts signed before the invasion of Ukraine will be fulfilled. Shell was criticized when it bought Russian crude oil at a cheap price shortly after the war began. This is your digital-first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You are watching TOS News 360. Africa plus global and business stories. When we return, do stay with us. Thanks for staying. To news across Africa, Ethiopia has called a joint investigation by rights groups Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch, alleging war crimes in the Tigray region unhelpful. The government has, however, vowed to examine the accusations that include unlawful killings, forceful expulsion, and mass detentions. Northern Ethiopia's civil war, now in its 17th month, has been marked by allegations of crimes against civilians, in which all warring parties have been accused by rights groups. Rwanda is holding a subdued memorial at the Kigali Genocide Memorial for the 1994 genocide that left about 800,000 Tutsis and Hutu moderates dead in just 100 days. This year, the famous Walk to Remember and Night Vigil at the Kigali main stadium have been suspended to limit the spread of COVID, the government said. Previously, the government held week-long events to commemorate the genocide. Despite high temperatures, tear gas, and a Ramadan fast, tens of thousands of Sudanese protesters across the country on Wednesday, marking the third anniversary of the fall of former President Omar al-Bashir and rejecting the recent power grab by the generals that ousted him. A 19-year-old protester was shot and killed by security forces, medics said, adding that 2 hospitals that treat protesters were raided on Wednesday. To the global scene, a Turkish court has ruled to suspend the trial in absentia of 26 Saudis accused in the killing of Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi, and for the case to be transferred to Saudi Arabia. The 59-year-old journalist was killed inside the Saudi consulate in Istanbul on October 2, 2018. The decision came despite warnings from human rights groups that turning the case over to the kingdom would lead to a cover-up of the killing linked to Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. In business, Canada will ban Nigerians and other foreigners from buying homes for 2 years as an attempt to cool off a skyrocketing real estate market. This ban would not affect foreign students, foreign workers, or foreign citizens who are permanent residents of Canada. Home prices in Canada have soared more than 50% over the past 2 years. And that is TOS News 360 on your digital first Pan-African news network. For more updates, visit www.tostvnetwork.com. Do follow and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. Stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Merciful Ajinamo. Thanks for watching.